All right, guys, we're back another Real Talk episode, and today we're going to talk about how grateful I am that the left can't shoot. In all seriousness, this is going to be a little discussion and kind of giving you guys my thoughts on what just happened last night with the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. And yeah, just as information starts to roll out, it's always kind of a convoluted, like you don't really know what to believe. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of a surreal moment for me, kind of living through that whole thing unfolding because I am fascinated by the JFK assassination and everything that unfolded with that. And they still haven't released the documents on that, which is a whole other topic for another video. But I did just want to say, I felt like I was living through a historical moment, that iconic picture of Trump holding his fist up afterwards. And yeah, I made a little put on my story yesterday on Instagram, like if you can't beat them, kill them. CIA handbook, which we all know the CIA was involved with the assassination of JFK, and who knows who's involved, or this guy may have acted alone. I have no idea. But what I will say is, thank God that the left can't shoot. The pictures came out of this guy. He looks like an inbred. So no surprise to me. He's probably some loner that may or may not have been MK Ultra and coerced into doing this. But I just want to say, for those of you who watch my channel, most likely you are shooters. Most likely you understand this already. But by all estimations, the distance that this rooftop was from where Trump was standing, was not a very difficult shot for somebody who's proned out with a rifle. Even a 4 MOA gun, meaning a 4-inch group at 100 yards, even if you have the worst freaking AR-15 in the world, which I don't know if it's actually come out that he was using an AR-15. Again, the details are very cloudy right now since it's just happened, but he was a terrible shot. You're prone out. I get it. Like his adrenaline's probably rushing pretty hard, but thank God he was a bad shot. He just nicked the ear of Trump. But again, 150 yards. Human head is probably about, on average 5.5 to 7 inches wide, and so that's a pretty small target, or pretty large target rather, at 150 yards. Most adequate shooters can shoot a 1-inch group at 100 yards. So you bump that out to 150, you're talking about 1.5 inches. So thank God again that this guy was a terrible shot. As far as the reaction goes, people are kind of praising the Secret Service on one side, shitting on them on the other side. That rooftop should have 100% been covered. Again, 150 yards, even if we say on the maximum end 200 or 250 or 300 yards, is still not a difficult shot for a proned out shooter who is proficient with a rifle to hit a 6-inch steel plate. It's not difficult to do, especially when you're proned out, especially with a decent rifle and decent fundamentals, a good trigger. We talk about it all the time on this channel. Good ammunition. That is not a very big, very small target, rather. I keep messing this up. It's an easy shot to take. And it's unbelievable that was overlooked, that there was this massive area where somebody could have and did get up there with a rifle and take aim at the former president. I'm not going to go full-blown conspiratorial, but like, was that intentional? Again, just like the January 6th whole debacle, like they knew they should have had more security. And again, I'm not going down this tinfoil hat rabbit hole because I don't have all my facts in order and I'm not looking shit up as I'm doing this. So I don't want to spark any. The only thing I know is I know nothing at all, but it is very suspicious and very, is it a coincidence that there was this massive sniper hide that anyone could have got up there? People were yelling that there was a shooter up there with a rifle. Secret Service. We saw a video of some of the guys on the rooftop. And I know we're Monday, Monday morning quarterbacking or armchair quarterbacking, whatever you want to call it. But you can clearly see the counter sniper team flinch as the first shots ring out. How long beforehand did they have eyes on that suspect? Did they know the distance ahead of time? I saw that the guy had a laser rangefinder mounted on top. It looked like a Wilcox. I'm not sure which one it was. Mounted on top of his scope. So was he ranging it out? Was he trying to get like the perfect one shot, one kill? I have no idea. But you could see them physically flinch when the first shots ring out. And the video kind of cuts off before I believe they shoot back. So again, how long before they return fire? Did they have eyes on the suspect? It's just a lot of questions. And the moral of the story is the left can't shoot, thankfully, because again, that's not a very difficult shot when you're proned out. I train out to distance all the time, even with a very short gun, a very 11.5 or 10.3 AR-15 that is not made for those longer engagements. You can absolutely pepper up a 6-inch plate at a pretty good pace at 200 yards. And again, we all by all estimations, it's even closer than that. So I guess all I could say is peace and love, guys, always are the first options. I don't think anyone should overreact to this. I think, again, as we see what kind of, as the details come out, which, again, a lot of people are like, well, are the details really going to come out? Like, who's in charge of giving these details out? Is it the FBI? So on and so forth. I just think that no one needs to overreact. Obviously, I think that this is going to catapult Trump. He was already winning in the polls, but I think it's going to absolutely catapult him into the lead. And just so you guys know a little about me personally, I am like a fundamental like libertarian. I don't believe in the two-party system. I think it's very flawed. I believe we need to have term limits in Congress, remove money from Congress, remove the revolving door from politicians into corporations. That is a huge problem we have in this country. But I am a one-issue voter. I vote based off the Second Amendment, really the first and the second. But if you're protecting the Second Amendment, you're protecting the first as well, because you're not going to try to take away the freedom of speech from people that you are pro having guns. So they kind of go hand in hand. So for those of you that are wondering, yeah, I never really, back in the day, especially when I was getting fed blue pill all the time when I was in college, I never really thought of Trump as a great leader. But I vote based off of this, who's going to protect the Second Amendment, which he has his own flaws with that. He banned bump stocks, all that good stuff. I know. But today, with the two choices we have, I mean, it is very clear that the Biden administration has weaponized the ATF, the FBI against regular citizens, trying to protect their gun rights. And so Trump is a clear answer to that. Now, do I think he's perfect? No, I think a lot of people would agree he's far from perfect, but he is the most, how do I say this? He's the best option that we have. Unfortunately, the best realistic option. And voting third party, although I have done it and did do it in the past, is not going to be an option for me this time around. So, with that being said, guys, just again, pray for peace, but prepare for war. Get out there and train. If you don't have a rifle, go get one. If you don't have good glass, go get some. And if you don't have ammunition, get some, and then train with it and actually know your skills and know based off of what you can do at the range, what your capabilities are, so that if you ever did need to use any firearm in defense of your life or in defense of freedom, that you are proficient, you're an asset or more of an asset. I don't sit here and claim to be like, oh, I'm some huge asset operator. No, I want to be less of a liability and that's what my training is all geared towards, is just being less of a liability in the scenario in which I need to defend myself, my family, my community, my neighborhood, my state, or my country from anyone trying to take away our freedom. So, yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to make a quick statement to you guys and kind of just point out how easy of a shot that is. And thankfully, the guy was a terrible shot. And yeah, I could just roast this guy all day based off the one picture I saw of him allegedly. Um, I don't want to say his name or promote him any more than the media already is. So we'll wrap it up right here, guys. That's all I wanted to say. Love you guys. Just be better today than you were yesterday. Drink a lot of water, exercise. Just be prepared, because we have no idea what the future holds for us. And yeah, again, I hope it's all peace and love. I love all you guys. All right, take care. Have a good day.